So a few days back, certain people were asking us over here at Sports Day on one of our shows, which seems to be the one match that Sri Lanka could realistically target to at least get off the mark in the World Cup. And we had said that the Netherlands match did present them that chance. And guess what? Breaking news, that is exactly what has happened. That is because Sri Lanka have in fact registered a 5-wicket win over the Netherlands, and that means that they are finally off the mark. Remember, prior to today's game, they were the only team to have not gotten a win in their first 3 matches. Every other team had gotten at least one. Sri Lanka, on the other hand, had slumped to 3 straight losses and staring very much at the down the barrel of an early elimination if they had to lose today. If they had lost today, then even if they won 5, it would have been very, very unlikely that they would have been in the, let's say, run or contention for the semi-final spot, because truth be told, it just didn't leave them enough margin, because they would have had to have registered 5 convincing wins as well as hope for a lot of results to go their way. Even now, I'm not saying that Sri Lanka will be making it to the semi-finals, but the very least they have avoided, let's say, the prospect of losing to the Netherlands. Although considering the fact that the Netherlands did in fact beat South Africa, you can say they're a dangerous side, and they didn't do too badly today either. If you look at it, yes, the 262 all out was significantly flattered once again by a big contribution from the middle and lower middle order of Netherlands. Truth be told, they could have perhaps batted better and could have maybe, let's say, been a little more sensible with some of their shot selection at the time when Sri Lanka's spinners were doing really well. But aside from that, they did have a decent enough target, and when you look at the fact that Sri Lanka themselves took about 49 overs to get to the target, and of course a lot of that was down to the fact that they slowed down later on, knowing that the match was in their control. You can say it wasn't the easiest of wickets. In fact, this match taking place in Lucknow, which has probably offered, for my money, the most sporting wicket in the tournament up until this point. And well, Sri Lanka knew that 262 they could play sensible old school style cricket and it would have gotten them home. That's exactly what they did. Yes, they did lose a few wickets along the way, and that too they were cheap wickets. Kusal Pereira's hit and miss form continues. Kusal Mendes then ended up getting out early. You needed good knocks from Pathum Nissanka, who got 54, as well as of course an unbeaten 91 from Sadhira Samaravikrama. Then along with that, good knocks from Charat Asalanka and Dhananjay De Silva to ensure that Sri Lanka got home pretty comfortably and with no major, let's say, issues, because I think if they had to lose one more wicket, then you could potentially have seen this match go even closer down the wire. As for Netherlands, well, you'd remember that their skipper Scott Edwards had been talking a big game and saying things like, we're here to be part of the semi-finals, we're not here to just fill the numbers. And whilst I do think those were great statements, I also do think that it did add a bit of unnecessary pressure onto his team. Netherlands, realistically speaking, were never going to be in contention for the semi-finals. The best thing they could have done, if they really wanted to show that they've progressed as a nation, was actually beat some of the opposition who also wouldn't be in contention. So yes, they got that upset win against South Africa, but they should ideally be targeting games like Afghanistan, Sri Lanka too, really, when you look at it, a game against Bangladesh. Try and get wins in those, and you'd say that yes, there's been progress or genuine progress made. Targeting a run to the semi-finals at this point is probably a bit much, probably not realistic at all, and I do think it's added to the pressure. Hopefully that idea is something that doesn't really take root in their heads as of now, because whilst I do think that the Netherlands are a far better cricketing side than most people think, I do also think that they're probably not going to be one of those sides who will 100% be in contention for the semi-finals. That goes without saying. So that's the breaking news update, and that's the first game of today's double header done and dusted. Thank you guys so much for joining us in this video. If you enjoyed it, please don't forget, like, share, subscribe, tap that bell, leave us a comment, follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Don't forget to download the SportsTech app, and if you're already on the channel, go ahead, check out some other videos we've done, and stay tuned. We've got a pretty good chase coming up between England and South Africa. But now from my side, bye-bye.